Hi, free the cats. Imagine all the cats in the United States are allowed to come in and out of the houses, or free to not have a house if they choose not to belong. Imagine rodent problems resolved naturally because we have these avid hunters sitting in the backyards. No rodent would take a chance to infest your backyard, because not with those glaring eyes in the backyard. Imagine toxin productions going down. How much of an effect would it have to on our ecosystem? And imagine reduction of accidents in a highly populated neighborhood areas because of a chance of a cat crossing the street, creating a natural speed bump, because drivers will naturally gonna have to slow down because there's a chance of a cat running the street. So granting cats freedom to roam the streets of our neighborhood would not only make us a better nation, but it would resolve rodent infestation. It would help create natural speed bumps, no cats harmed in the process, and it would improve our ecosystem because of reduction of the poison production that is being used to control rodent problems. Rodents. Why are we using poison and traps to fight them when we can let the cats to hunt them? Rodent infestation is a serious growing issue in the United States, and not just because rodents are pests or minor annoyance, but because infestation can affect your safety and health. According to National Pest Management Association, mice and rats carry diseases, aggravate asthma and allergies. They can also increase the risk of fire by chewing through electrical wires, and not to mention construction costs that's already caused by the damage from these rodents. And of course, nobody wants droppings or smell of urine in the basement or kitchen cupboards. And according to HomeAdvisor.com, it will cost you an average of $340 to have a rodent removed, with a typical range between $169 and $510. Mice and rat removal runs around $200 to $1,200, and that's a national average. And costs can vary from state to state. Raccoon removal usually costs about $350 and $500, not including repairs, and which can add up to $1,000 to $2,500. And if you want to maintain your house rodent-free, that will cost you an average of $50 to $250 a month. That's recurring fee a month to keep your house rodent-free, compared to a cost of keeping a cat about $500 a year. So $500, that covers vaccinations, grooming, nails, toys, all the bells and whistles that you think your cat needs and wants. Some would say that keeping a cat, some would say that cats face danger from coming into contact with toxins. Toxins such as antifreeze and rat poison. According to AmericanHumane.org, cats may also end up accidentally exposed to rodent poison when they hunt or eat rodents and that have recently ingested poison bait. So out of curiosity, I contacted Kilroy Pest Control. Kilroy is one of the biggest rodent control services in the Bay Area, at least. So to my surprise, from the rodent specialist himself, he said, and I quote, "Rodenticides are indiscriminate killers that attract and kill rats and mice, are usually used in minimal amounts and usually left in the liver of a mouse or rat." And he also told me that if a cat ingested poisoned rodent, this would be a secondary poisoning. And while theoretically, it is possible for a cat to die or this ingestion to be lethal. Realistically, it is unlikely. It is highly unlikely, he said. So, from the rodent professional himself, we know that it is not realistic for a cat to die from eating a poisoned rat, but the poison is still being made. The rat poison industry is still out there, and it does affect our ecosystem. We do, by buying the rat poison or by fighting the rodent problems, we do contribute to production of this rat poison, which ends up in our lakes and rivers eventually. Knowing the size of the rodent infestation and amount of money spent each year by Americans to fight the problem, let's now look at how we can fight this issue naturally and why there has been a resistance to allow cats to roam around freely. According to ASPCA.org, each year in the United States, there's about 860,000 cats. 860,000 cats euthanized each year. Why? 860,000 of healthy cats euthanized. To me, this is a waste of manpower. Why are we euthanizing 860,000 cats, healthy cats, at a cost of about $300 each, and then we turn around and spend $1,200 a year per household to fight rodent problems, where we can let the cat live, let it be free, and let it eliminate the rodents, and stop buying the poison, and stop paying $1,200 a year to buy the poison to fight the rodents. Sometimes some complicated issues like rodent problems have a very simple solution, like letting the cat be free. Now that we know that there is a possible solution for that, let's look at the last point, which is accidents in the neighborhoods. Imagine, or think about how many times have you seen those little green figures or the cones saying, drive like your children live here, or children at play. And a lot of us don't notice it, or there's so many of them that we kind of ignore it. And there are some drivers that don't even know what those mean. But imagine a cat running across the street. Would that get your attention? Yeah. Imagine a black cat running across the street. That would definitely get driver's attention. That would definitely trigger a driver to remove the foot off the pedal, thus creating a natural speed bump. So, in my belief, it will force the drivers to slow down. It would create a natural speed bump. If 100 cats running around in the densely populated neighborhood will save one life a year, that to me, ladies and gentlemen, was worth the effort. In conclusion, it is my hope that I have persuaded you to let the cats run around free in the neighborhoods in the United States, because free cats will resolve our rodent issues naturally. They will contribute to better our ecosystem and to reduce the production of poison that will save the lakes and rivers, and they will create natural speed bumps, and they will force the drivers to slow down on the streets, because it's not just children running around. A cat running across the street will save the life of a child that might be crossing the street. Thank you. And Hawaii would not be called a paradise unless it had a lot of cats controlling the rodent population there. Think about it. Thank you.